Morning everyone. I got a new Model 3 Standard Range Plus. So the Renault had to go. So I gave back the Renault and got this Model 3 Standard Range Plus. I am in Freiburg in Breisgau and I'm going to travel to Munich from here. I'm charged to 99% now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to, let me see where. Okay, yes, it's somewhere close to Lindau. Okay, so this place. So it's about 225 kilometers of drive, I believe, and then I will charge for 20 minutes. Yeah, then I'll drive back to Munich. Yeah, so off we go. Let's see. Yeah, we will arrive with 20%. So this is not going to be highway all the way to the supercharger. There are some country roads with 100 or 70 kilometers of speed limit. So I choose this route because it's quite scenic and it's a nice drive across the mountains. So talk to you guys later when I stop for supercharging. Yeah. Okay, so little update here. There was a truck which just fell off the road, and because of that, the route I was supposed to take was completely blocked, and the navigation system redirected me through some villages and stuff. So it's really bad right now, the traffic situation. And from here, the news is that here I got blocked again because the way that I was supposed to take that road is blocked, closed I mean. And I tried to take another route and the navigation system keep redirecting me to the same route. Yeah, so it's not so good right now, so I will have to find a solution. The situation with the charge is that I drove 58 kilometers and 75% right now, so it's a bit high because I just drove uphill. So far we are actually driving only uphill. So when we go downhill, it will go down a bit, the consumption. So as you can see, 194 watt-hour per kilometer. We're all in a very small town on top of the mountains here, and I need to see how I should I should proceed now. So maybe I will use Google Maps and try to find another route. So yeah, Tesla navigation system should be also good because it's based off Google Map. So I'm not so sure what's going on right now. Let me see if it actually, yeah, okay, so we should go this way, that is fine, but let me check. Okay, so this way, yeah. And the problem is that this road is blocked, so it's completely blocked, so it's closed. So yeah, anyhow, so I will try to find a solution and give you an update. So, and yeah, talk to you guys in a bit. got onto the country road where we were supposed to be. So it's a bit touch and go right now with the charging state, the arrival charging state to the supercharger. So I'm just drafting a bit to bring my consumption down a bit behind this truck. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I suppose if I drive for 20 more minutes behind this truck, I should be good to go. Right now it's saying I will arrive at the supercharger with 5% charge. So I don't want to take the risk. And yeah, I'm just taking it easy, and it's quite beautiful here, as you can see. So enjoying the landscapes. I am mostly driving on autopilot basically, so probably 90% of the trip I'm doing autopilot. So yeah, talk to you guys in a bit. Yeah, okay. See, it's saying I should stay under 110. Yeah, as you can see. Anyway, it went away. So it's a very beautiful area of Germany. It's like on the border of Switzerland. So the landscape is a bit like in Switzerland. Yeah, as you can see. Anyhow, so I will talk to you guys later. Focus on driving. Okay, more update. We are on A81, so we are on the Autobahn now. There is no speed limit, but I'm still behind a truck. I don't have to be behind a truck right now. I'm just really enjoying the landscape here, so just chilling out and taking it easy. So yeah, I am at 58%. Yeah, so we should be comfortably arriving to the charger. Oh, let me check actually. So we can go to this energy. Yeah, as you can see, we should be arriving with 10% if I drive fast. But I'm driving a bit slow now. Maybe I'll drive a bit slow for 10 more minutes, and then after this nice landscapes, I will go back to driving fast. Yeah, so talk to you guys soon. Okay, quick update again. So we are back on the country roads. So it's slow. The arrival percentage is now going to be quite good, I think. Let's check. Yeah, so we should arrive with 15%. Yeah, so nothing very exciting to share. Just driving, and yeah, the landscape here is quite beautiful. So just enjoying it. It's just beside the in English I think it's called Constance, Lake Constance. So it's Bodensee. Yeah, so we're just driving beside that, and then we should turn left at some point. So the consumption so far is 150 watt-hour per kilometer. Yeah, so I would have had better consumption if all those crazy things did not happen, like accidents and stuff. Okay, so more updates. So lots of traffic. I'm still on the way to the first supercharger. Oh, actually the only supercharger. I had to drive through some towns, so yeah, it was quite slow. Yeah, I should overtake this thing. Okay, let me get back again after the overtaking. Yeah, we are close to this place called Lindau, and from here we are going towards Munich. Yeah. So 48 kilometers still to the supercharger, but we'll go to the autobahn soon, and then we speed things up. Consumption so far is 14. Okay, I'm still using the Renault Zoe kind of consumption figures. Consumption numberings. Yeah, so it's in Tesla people usually say watt hours per kilometer, but in Renault Zoe it used to be like kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. So yeah, watt hour per kilometer is 141, which is incredibly low compared to my Renault Zoe. I suspect it would have been like 22 or 21 in my Renault Zoe if I were to do this trip. So yeah, it's way
in 2 kilometers, take the E54 exit on the right.
Okay, thank you. It's way more efficient. And as you can see, we did 219 kilometers so far, and I still have 34% left. We started with 99% actually. Yeah. So yeah, we should be there in about 25 minutes in the first supercharger. Then we start charging, and then we have a bit more time. I might need to use the toilets and get some food. Yeah. The plan is to charge for 20 minutes. So see you guys in the supermarket. So see you guys in the supercharger. Okay, so I just arrived in the supercharger. Yeah, just plugged in. Let's see how much speed I get. 98, 99, 100. Okay, ramping up. By the way, I arrived with 14%. So yeah, not bad. 120. It should go up to at least 130, I guess. 145 would be very good. Well, yeah. Well, okay. Seem to have stopped at 125. Anyway, that's way more than 22 kilowatt. Anyhow, let's have a look at the trip. So I was driving quite fast, 180 for the last 30 kilometers. So the consumption went up a bit. Yeah, so we drove 267 kilometers. Yeah, that's not bad actually. And we still had 14% left. So I guess you can drive with if you dare to go below 5%, I guess 310 kilometers would be possible. Yeah, so I am gonna charge for about let me see how long I should charge. Okay, so at least 15 minutes. Yeah, maybe I will spend a bit more time because I need to eat something and use the restroom. Okay, so see you in a bit. I toilet and came back, so I barely had time to use the toilets, and yeah, it's up to 50%, and we are down to 75 kilowatt. It's quite busy today in this supermarket, as you can see. In this supercharger, as you can see, there are many Teslas, but I parked on this corner, so I guess people don't want to use this parking space because it's a bit narrow. So yeah, so I'm lucky, so I'm not sharing my supercharger with anyone. Cool. So I will eat a sandwich and then I will get going. Yeah, so before I start eating, let me just tell you about what happened with my Renault Zoe. So nothing happened, I just gave it back. The reason is that I needed a bigger car, number one. Number two is that I needed a car that I can use to do longer trips. So as I said in my Model 3 review video, the car is a bit bigger than I would like it to be, but I think it's fine because it handles very well, and it's quite nimble, so it's not so difficult to drive it around in the city. And sometimes it's a bit difficult to park because it's quite wide, but I guess I need some practice with this car. So I gave back the Renault Zoe, I think a week or two ago. I don't remember exactly, and I just got it a week ago. The delivery process was actually quite good. Well, in the beginning I ordered online, and they did not contact me for like 2 weeks. Nobody called me, nobody sent me an email, so I was a bit worried, so I called them, and then so I financed it. I didn't pay for the whole thing, so I took a bank loan and stuff like that. So then I called them, and then while they were putting my information into the system crashed or something happened. I don't remember. And then they could not put my information again. So I called the next day it was the same problem, and then I got annoyed, and I just went to one of their showrooms and told them what the problem was, and then someone helped me there and put my information into the system and all the financing related information into the system, and then after that it was quite smooth. So yeah, I mean, it was during the Corona time, so it was it could have been entirely touchless, but I had some questions, so the person who helped me got into the car and showed me some stuff. Panel gaps, when I took the delivery, I did not actually notice anything. It was perfect. There was only one scratch, and they fixed it on the delivery day. Actually, so I just waited for like 10 minutes, and then someone buffed it off or something, and then they also cleaned the front part of the car again, and then it looked really nice. But there are some panel gaps that I'm not really happy about, but apparently I cannot do anything about it. So there is a large gap between the front door on the right side and the back door, so it would be nice if it would be a bit more aligned. But yeah, I mean, you cannot really notice it unless you stand and stare at it for a few minutes, I guess. So yeah, I have to bear the panel gap annoyance, but yeah, I mean, I can still sleep in the night with the panel gaps, so it's okay. What else? So Renault Zoe was fine to use in the city, but whenever you try to do a long distance trip, like more than 300 kilometers, it's really annoying. And also it's not so nice to drive that with 140 kilometers speed limit in German autobahns. So this one is quite good. It is very stable on the motorway and super efficient. So, and I went for the standard range plus because I think this is just good enough. So for me, I don't really drive more than 200 or 250 kilometers. Today is a bit of an exception because of all the problems that we had along the way, but usually I stop after 200 to 230 kilometers or maximum 250 kilometers. So this kind of car is perfectly capable of doing it. So for me, it wouldn't really make sense to buy the long range one. So I went for this one, 10,000 euros cheaper. So yeah, no complaints there. Driving dynamics, I don't really feel any difference because I also drove the long range one. I just had to help that lady beside me. She she could not unlock. This is the first time she's driving a Tesla, and this is the first time she's driving. she's supercharging. I think she just got her delivery. She was so happy that I helped her. Yeah, it's funny. So every time I stop in a supercharger, someone talks, and someone has some problems, or someone is talking about the German electric car situation, or whatever. It's nice. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yes, standard range plus is perfectly fine for me. I would rather spend 10,000 euro less, but I need to eat something now. So the German government is giving a good grant right now, so you get about 10 well, for Teslas you get 9,000 euro deducted. The funny thing is that if you have your fake sound for the lowest speeds, then you get 1,000 euro more, so you get 10,000 euro. But it's okay. Right now also the VATs are VAT is reduced a bit because of Corona, so instead of 19% you pay 16%, so that also helps a bit. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. For me, I got the gray color. I also got winter tires, so I paid 3,000 euro extra for those two options. Yeah. What else? So far very happy with the car. I'm doing some long distance trips. So this one I went to this small town called Freiburg in okay, you already know because this video is about that. Yeah, so I went to Freiburg because I just wanted to get a break from Munich, and it's quite a nice area. I drove around there. There are lots of nice mountain roads there to do some spirited fun driving. So I did that, and this handles really well. So I think it handles way better than BMW. So I have BMW. I have experiences of driving BMW Series 1 or 1 Series, whatever you call it. So this drives much better than that. I never drove 3 Series BMW. So this is a competitor of 3 Series, so I guess there are some competitions, like probably 3 Series drives better than BMW 1 Series. So yeah, I mean, the steering wheel is sometimes it feels a bit artificial, but it's very pointy, so yeah, that's good. But you don't feel the connection like in the BMW cars with the steering wheels. What else can I tell you guys? Maybe I can show you the percentage right now. I haven't brought my camera. I'm filming with my iPhone basically. So yeah, so I'm at 73%. I still need to start eating my lunch, so I guess I'll end up charging up to 90%, I guess, whatever. Yeah, so I already have a scratch here. I don't like this piano black color. I was putting my phone here and it just dropped, so it put a scratch. Should have put something on here. So I'll buy those wraps for this thing soon, and then it will be all good. Yeah, so we are getting 44 kilowatt now, and I guess I need to eat now. So yeah, so I will eat, and then before I leave the supercharger, I will give you more updates and how long we have to drive and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so I think I have enough charge, so it's up to 81%, and I will arrive with 29%. I have to drive 138 kilometers. Yeah, so I think I will get going. I had my sandwich, I had my banana, and I had my drinks, so I'm good to go. The car is also charged enough, so 32 kilowatts now. So yeah, not worth to stay here and charge more. Okay, so we almost arrived in Munich. Just 19 kilometers. There is a bit of a traffic here. Yeah, so it's a bit slow. I guess now it's the rush hour. So I'm still on autopilot. As I was saying, most of the trip I was actually on autopilot. So it's very, very comfortable, very convenient. Only when I was on the mountains in the curvy roads, I was driving myself, and when you are on the autobahn and you have unlimited, you have no speed limits, and 2 lanes, then you have to constantly engage and disengage autopilot, because every time you try to change lanes, autopilot disengages, and then you have to pull in and then engage autopilot again. So yeah, no big deal, but I think this is where the full self-driving package would be quite useful. So full self-driving package FSD, it has lane change, automatic lane change basically. So I think in Europe you just have to give some confirmation with the steering wheel or something like that, because of regulations. But it's
In 2 kilometers,
it's able to
take
change lanes.
exit 39 on the right onto E54 toward München Sendling, Passau.
Yeah, so I am going to probably charge again a bit, because I need to use the car tomorrow, so maybe just for 10 minutes. There is a fast charger just close to my home, so it's 175 kilowatt fast charger. So I guess if I just charge 10 minutes, it would just give me up to 70%. So I'm supposed to arrive with 30%. Yeah, so other than that, what else can I say? When I was marching here, I apparently took the wrong marching, so I had to go to the wrong direction and then change and come back to the autobahn. So it's 155 kilometers to my home from the supercharger now with that detour. The consumption is 159. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised, because I was driving really fast most of the time. So with autopilot, I think it does not work above 150. I might be wrong, but it disengaged a few times with some warnings and stuff. So I was driving around 150 basically most of the times. Yeah, so considering that, 158 watt-hour is actually quite good. So I need
Now
to now
take exit 39 on the right.
now take my exit, so I will talk to you guys later. Okay, sorry, I just did it. So yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I just need to focus a bit on driving now on my own. See ya. Okay, so I arrived in Munich. I just plugged in. I arrived with 32%. Let's see how much we get here. Okay, 98. So I didn't navigate to this charger, so the battery did not precondition. I guess that's why. But yeah, I mean, even so, it's fine. Let me see how much, how long I will have to stay here. I want to charge, let's say, up to 70%. 15 minutes. I guess this is 70. Oh no, this is 70. Okay. Well, it also says 15 minutes. Yeah. Well, this charger is quite useful. It's just like 3 minutes drive from my apartment. Sometimes it's blocked by the fossil cars because it's a petrol pump basically. So this is probably one of the very few hyperchargers. I thought it was 175, but apparently it is 150. So I can show you actually. Oh, okay. This is the chunky handle. This is how it looks like. And this is the charger. So it's ENBW. And it's not like the Ionity freaking expensive chargers. But how do you see the charging stuff? Oh, I think I need my card. Okay. Okay, I got my charge. Okay, 376 volts, 200 amps. Yeah, it's quite convenient. I'm getting 75. This is how my car is. Let me just check what happened to the front. Bugs. Okay. I need to put some protection here, maybe PPF or ceramic coating or something. Yeah, let's get back to the car. Yeah, so the total consumption here is 156 watt-hour. This is crazy. 156. This is really crazy efficient. Oh, maybe I know because why it's so low. Because most of the times we were driving downhill. That's probably one of the reasons. We can also check actually how was the regeneration. So if we go here in the last 50, yeah, I mean it wasn't really on the highway this last 50, so you can go up to just 50. I should have checked it before. Yeah, well, that's all right. Other than that, yeah, I mean the best thing about this car is that it charges so fast, well, at least for me. I mean at this price range actually it charges faster than anything else in the market. So it can charge up to 170 if you go to the Ionity chargers. If this charger was 175, I would have gotten 170 in theory, but yeah, the battery is probably a bit cold. yeah, so I have to try this 170, try to peak at 170 at some point, do a test or something. There are also V3 chargers. I am not so sure where the locations. I don't know the exact locations where those V3 chargers in Germany are, but if I find out, then we can also get 170. So the other cars that I had in mind were Kia e-Niro. I almost bought a Kia e-Soul. The guy who was not in the office when I went, the day I went to reserve it, so I think that was a good thing. Then in the end I actually picked Tesla, just because, you know, Kia e-Soul is probably 2,000 or 3,000 euro less the configuration that I wanted, and if you have a Tesla, you get access to so many things like superchargers, and just look at the infotainment. I mean, you never get this kind of systems in other cars. So Tesla is way ahead of other car companies, in my opinion. When you are charging, you can also watch YouTube. You can watch Netflix, and many other things. The battery technology is going to change in the next 2 or 3 years in Tesla cars. So they came up with this new cell, and they will put those things, I guess, in the future cars. So Model 3 is still sort of the state of the art Tesla cars. Tesla car, and they're going to release this Model S, Plaid Model S, that's probably going to use those new cells. But other than that, I think Model S is good enough, and standard range plus is, I think, perfectly fine.
We are now at Rudskogen, and
so as you can see,
I just finished this event here with some driving with Taycan and some fossil cars. I drove both of them.
You can watch YouTube here. This is amazing for me because I spend a lot of time on YouTube. So if I'm charging or something, then I can watch YouTube. You also have Netflix. So these are the entertainment stuff. But other than entertainment, you have so many things. For example, autopilot. So I have the basic autopilot. So what it can do is that it can just steer for you in a single lane, in the lane it's driving. But it also now shows you the traffic lights, and it actually warns you if you are trying to cross a red light. It tells you stop. So when I got the car, it wasn't like that, so I had to update it. So now I have to check which version. So the other thing is that, you know, Tesla cars just keep improving. So I got it with a bit older software. Then I updated it to 36.11. So yeah, and this version came with all the traffic light recognition, and then now it also recognizes the speed limit signs, although it's not perfect. Like in Germany you have these lights that they put on the motorways, so the speed limits are shown with lights. It cannot recognize those things. And also if it's a rectangular sign, then it does not recognize it for some reason. So I guess they will keep improving these things. Yeah, so you get these updates for free. This is just amazing. Your car just keeps improving. So the integration of the software is really top notch in Teslas. Yeah, everything is done with this touch display, which for some people is a problem, but for me this is an advantage. I don't like really buttons, so for me this is amazing to have everything in one place. The space is also quite good. I really like the space. I can put a lot of stuff when I'm doing long distance trips. In Renault Zoe they did not even have multiple trip meters, but here it's like you can have as many as you want. So these are the things that are really amazing in Teslas. Let's see how is the charging situation. Okay, we should stay for 10 more minutes. Okay, that's fine. We are getting 55. That's also fine. By the way, I got 1,005. I was supposed to get 1,500 kilometers free supercharging, but apparently with Model 3 it's more efficient than Model S. So they gave me 372 kilowatt hour of energy, and with that I can do, I think, 2,200 kilometers. So yeah, it's pretty good free supercharging. But right now I'm charging in this ENBW, and you need this card basically. So it's a German company, and the ADAC is like the German AAA or whatever you call them in the US, a roadside assistance, and the automotive club, and they have many different services. And if you're a member of that, then you get some discounts. So I'm a member, so I get discounts in this ENBW chargers with this ADAC card. So it's about how much is it? Oh, DC charging is 38 cents, I think. Yeah, what else can I say? Maybe I switch to the other side. Yeah, so I will probably make a lot of videos from now on. I apologize that I did not put up any videos, I think since July or something. I don't even remember. So I test drove Ioniq, the new Ioniq. I took some video clips, but I never got the chance to edit them. I test drove Kia e-Soul and Kia e-Niro a lot, actually. And every time I was so consumed by the car, I never got the chance to take videos. So those two cars I don't have videos, but maybe I have some pictures or something. So I will try to let's see, maybe I just put some of those videos up. But yeah, Ioniq, as I explained before, I actually really like the Ioniq car, but the new car, it's just charging very slow. So, and also when I drove this car, the suspensions were so soft, so it's just doing like this, like a boat, and I don't like it. It's almost like making me feel like I want to puke. So I like the hard suspensions, sporty suspensions, and it feels quite solid. So I drove also the Classic Ioniq. The Classic was not that bad in terms of driving dynamics, but the new Ioniq, for some reason, it was really bouncing. The driving of Kia e-Niro I really liked. I think they have this sort of dynamic session control or something like that. But the problem with e-Niro in Munich is that I didn't find a dealer who could actually give me an e-Niro within 1 month or so. So I had to go to Augsburg, which is like 120 kilometers away from Munich. There I could get it, let's say, within 2 months. So I didn't want to wait, but in Munich there was another dealer who actually could give me Kia e-Soul within 1 week. So I drove the e-Soul from him a few times. E-Soul is good. I would buy it if it just had at least 100 kilowatt charging. Yeah, the looks are a bit weird also, which was also an issue, but I really like the car, the e-Soul car. It's really spacious and you sit quite high, and it also does a bit of this, but not as bad as Ioniq, I guess. So yeah, that's more or less the cars that I drove. Oh, I also drove what's it called, Corsa, e-Corsa. Yeah. The car drives quite okay. I think it's quite good as a city car. The problem is that the navigation system and the infotainment system is horrible. It's like 1990s or something like that. Feels like it feels like a Nokia phone or something like that. So it was quite bad. And then the regen was a bit weird as well. So in Teslas you get really good regen, like really strong regen, so you can just drive the car with one pedal, and I really like that. With Kia and Hyundai you get these regen adjustments in your hands, with pedals, so you can also do the same thing with Kia and Hyundai, but with that Opel Corsa, it was really bad. It was like the Renault Zoe. They tried to make the car feel a bit like you are driving a gasoline car, which is like ridiculous for me. So yeah, I didn't really call them back. I think I drove it for like an hour and then just gave it back. But you can park it almost anywhere. I also saw ID3, but yeah, and the infotainment system and everything, it also looks a bit weird for me from the front with that weird plastic thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were making a lot of buzz about ID3, but for me it's like the infotainment system is outdated. The charging speed is low, 100 kilowatt if you buy the expensive ones, like 58 kilowatt hour battery, and that costs like same or it's more expensive than a Model 3 standard range plus. So I don't know why someone would buy a VW ID3, but yeah, at least the German companies are trying to, at least VW is trying to do something in the electric car market. So they're releasing also ID4, which is supposed to be a good car, but I'm afraid if they price it like ID3, it will not be popular. But ID3, I think when the 48 kilowatt hour battery version comes in, a lot of people will buy it because it's much better than Renault Zoe, I think, still. And it's also much better than this Corsa, e-Corsa. At least, I mean, it's modern, so you can fast charge it, and it's a ground up EV. Maybe they need to do something with the infotainment system. They say that they have over-the-air software updates, so I suppose they can change it. So they fired, basically, Volkswagen fired their head of software engineering department, so they hired someone new, I guess. They were not happy with this ID3 software. So yeah, that's the situation. So lots of cars I checked in the last 3 or 4 months, and then in the end I just went for Model 3. It's a bit expensive, a bit more expensive, I should say, than the cars I drove, the other cars I considered. But yeah, I mean, you get good stuff for the extra money that you pay. You get supercharger, you get great software, and car just keeps updating. And yeah, it's just a piece of cake to do long distance trips. Yeah. So okay, so then I think I will wrap it up for today. I am almost, yeah, I am actually at 71%, so I can go home. Let me just show you. I'm at 71% right now. Yeah, I go home and then have a bit of rest. So I guess I charged for 20 minutes here, or 15 minutes, I don't exactly remember. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye bye.